Racing teaches you that life is not about the cards you're dealt, but how you play them. Racing teaches you that life is about making the best of all situations and realizing that sometimes the toughest days lead to the best days. The racetrack brings out who you are as a person, both good and bad. There's nothing that puts a bigger microscope in a stressful environment on who you are as a person. On track, it is literally just you and that moment. You are responsible for nothing but the next corner, the next braking zone, the next decision, the next pass. Our chosen series is World Racing League, which is amateur endurance racing. Everything from professional racers in the top class to bottom class. 4 different classes. We're in the GP2 class, which is right in the middle of the mayhem. Multi-class racing has a very special risk, and that's that you have cars competing on track together but not against one another. And therefore, you have cars with 60 to 100 mile an hour difference in speeds. This weekend, it's 2 8-hour races, and we have 4 drivers sharing the car. 1 car, 4 drivers, an hour and a half to 3 hours per driver, and we just keep going, keep going, keep going. So you leave the pits immediately and you're going pit lane, speed limit all of a sudden. And you just went from being in a completely normal, tame world, and now all of a sudden you're in racing track. And a racing track is a different land. It's a place where every corner matters, every brake zone matters, and everyone else is trying to go faster than you. What you're trying to do is you're trying to maximize your exits out of corners. That's what going fast means. It's not about getting on the brakes as late as you can. You do need to do that. But the most important thing is being able to push the loud pedal, the gas pedal, as soon as possible. Because what makes you go fast is going fast in a straight line. The feeling is extreme adrenaline rush at first, but people think that it's adrenaline. It's not adrenaline, it's actually extreme calm. Once you actually are focusing on that moment, all the other stuff fades away.
And I can assure you, if you haven't figured this out already, it's a very demanding racetrack. And it will sort of suck you into making a decision that you'll regret later, especially going down to turn 5.
Racing is risky, but racing in Road America can be fatal. There are a dozen places on this track where a mistake can lead to extreme damage. And that damage can be not just bad for the vehicle, but bad for the driver. You're talking about one of the fastest tracks in America and one of the most concrete-ridden tracks in America. So when you hit something, it's usually hard and it's usually fast. And hard and fast don't go good. Racing is managing risk. You know, life is about managing risk. It's about, do you want to live your entire life while taking no risk but doing it safely? Or are you willing to take a little risk to do something worth remembering? I believe life is about creating a story you want to tell other people. When I first was getting into racing, I had ambition that exceeded ability. I made a mistake early in the day. Pretty soon, the rear end was going the wrong way. I spun around and I hit a concrete wall going about 30 miles an hour by the time I stopped. I spent the next 2 months dealing with significant concussion issues. I'd never had a TBI. I didn't know what that felt like. But I gotta tell you, it's pretty scary when you show up to your first work meeting and you can barely put 2 words together. In that instance, you ask the question, is this risk worth taking? Am I doing this the right way? Is it worth continuing? And it's not because I have a death wish, it's because I have a life wish. I want to live my life. What I love about racing, what drew me to stay in racing, was those moments of bliss when you're on track. But what kept me in racing was the people. I'm surrounded by family, genuine people who have become my closest family members. We might not have the same blood, but I have shared some of my worst moments in my life and some of my best moments in my life with these people. When you have those kinds of bonds, it's like going to battle with people. You will never forget them. So that's why we race. Because every weekend we're chasing those moments that we're going to remember forever. I grew up moving around a ton as a kid. So I didn't have a home. I didn't have a place that I was from. It's the first thing everyone asks you.
And your winners today in GP2 is car number 21, North Loop Motorsport.
And so when I moved yet again for a job to Minnesota with no family around and with no friends, and yet again meeting new people, it took a while to kind of develop roots. But I found something here that I really had only had a couple of times in my entire life, and that's friends that I'd die for and with. People who extend beyond simply family. Family is a thing that you can choose if you choose. And these people that I surround myself with, these people that we choose to be with on a weekly basis, on a daily basis, that we choose to pursue all manner of crazy adventures, that is real family. And it's the only place I've ever been from.
Mm-hmm.